So yeah, whoever, old mate that, what did he call it?
Golden crown?
A golden crown brown.
Something like that.
I'll put it down here so you can't escape. It is.
No, I have a lovely gentleman here who's going to relocate an unwanted visitor.
And they generally don't bite these things, but if people that don't know what they're doing try and grab them.
Cranky.
Yeah, I bet old mate didn't handle him properly either. He didn't know what it was called, and he definitely shouldn't have touched it, but anyway. Lucky for him, it's not a dangerous snake. They're venomous, but they're not dangerous.
He's very, very cute.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't want him here.
Where you going, mate? He wants to go back in there. They are very, very cute snakes. They're very quite light sensitive too, so he's probably wondering what the hell's going on in the light.
Are they nocturnal? Like
Yeah, they generally don't come out in the day, so I assume, was old mate working in the gardens?
Well, actually, one of the siblings of about a 7-year-old grabbed him out of the garden and was handing
Oh, okay, yeah.
And his mother freaked out.
Lucky it wasn't a brown then.
Yes, we gave him a bit of a chat about how, you know, we leave them alone and we go and tell an adult, and that lovely conversation that you have with children.
Yeah, if they listen. But
and he is an adventurous child that likes to experiment with snakes.
Oh, he's settling down. Starting to settle down. White crown snake.
White crown.
Yeah, so, and this is an adult, believe it or not. So people,
believe it.
yeah, people think they're babies, but this is, yeah, they can get a bit bigger, but that's well and truly an adult.
I've heard of crown snakes before, but I've never seen one. So now I've seen one.
We do get the golden crown here as well, but it's not as common. And
no, it's fine because he's not harmful.
Oh.
An Eastern brown.
Yeah, did she run off?
No, she's got a child standing there, so.
Oh, okay.
She didn't run. Came running.
I'm just trying to get a nice shot of his side of his face, because you'll actually see it better through the camera than with the real life. Okay. I'll turn this off then. So they're asking me to do an inspection, see if there's any more. So we're lifting up all of these to see if we find anything. And I did just find another snake, but it's not another crown snake. But look at this. Look at that. Hatchy little tiny baby blind snake. Believe it to be a blackish blind snake or a woodlands, but you're not going to tell just by looking at it like that. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. They might even be smaller than the other little hatchy blindy we've caught. But yeah, that might not look like it, but that's a snake. People will think it's a worm. I'm going to leave him in this for now, just because I'm lifting all these up and mucking around, and I'll put him back when we're done, just so we don't squish him in the process. It's a very delicate little snake. But wow. Trying, if he settles down, let's try and get a shot of him. Will you let us look at you, buddy? Come on, mate. He'd be very light sensitive, so you might try and... we could probably just pop him straight under one of these, actually. We'll just put him under one that we've already done. Actually, that's what we'll do. I think it was this exact one that was around here. Might have been, I think it was that one. And you can see he's be feeding on ant larvae in there, so that's what he'd be doing. So might show the people though, let them know I caught another snake. I've just gone and spoke to the folks in here, and because we are at a daycare centre and people just don't, the main manager lady just still didn't want any type of snake around, even though, like, I mean, if I'd said it was an earthworm, she would have been happy to put it back in the garden, but because I say the word snake, so it's a bit of a shame, because I'd like to leave it where it is, but if they're asking me to take it away and it's a daycare centre, I've got to do what I'm told to do. But I'll find a nice good ant's nest for it anyway. So unfortunately they wanted me to take this little blind snake home. Well, not home, but away from the place. Just, I don't know, I've just put up a post on Facebook about us, you know, not needing to freak out just because something's a snake. There's highly toxic cane toads there around the kids and that. If a kid put one of them in their mouth, you know, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. This thing can't hurt you. Its mouth's not even big enough to bite. But I've brought it home to our house to a nice spot where it'll be safe and have lots of ant larvae to eat. So we'll put it under here. So I've got this spot here, which, as you can see in there, get rid of the bottle, has a lot of, does have ants getting on in here and everything. So Hopefully he burrows straight in, this little guy, and he'll like it under here. He can live under here, so we'll let him burrow in. Yeah, there's usually heaps of ants when I lift this up actually, but not so much. Maybe it's just this time of the afternoon. But now we'll lay this back down, and yeah, he can stay at our place. I know no one's going to dig him up or do anything nasty to it, so yeah, I might even come back out and check every now and again and see if we can find him again and see if he grows. But yeah, it's not gonna, can't hurt anyone. I understand they don't want any snakes at the daycare centre. If a kid steps on a snake and gets bitten even by a harmless one, it's going to cause all sorts of dramas. But that thing can't bite you, let alone will. It just can't bite you. It's non-venomous. They just live under the ground. It's a miracle they even found the little thing. It just happened to be up on the surface underneath one of those retaining wall blocks, and there was all dirt in there and an ant's nest in that block, and that's what it was in there for. So, but it's important that we don't just go and shove it in the bush anywhere. It needs to have somewhere where it's going to find a home. So that's a perfect little spot for it, and it'll be happy there. As long as this Muppet doesn't find it, but she won't. She's actually good with snakes. We had an EB. Hey, where you going now? Come here. You're on TV. Well, not TV. You're on YouTube. But we had an eastern brown in the backyard a little while ago. That video is up on YouTube, and she did very well not to actually approach it or touch it. She just looked at it funny, did circles around it, and just let us know that there was something here that she was worried about. But yeah, she did not touch the snake. But we have snakes in enclosures out the back, so she's pretty used to seeing them and doesn't see them as a threat, which is good. But yeah, hey. So you're a good girl, don't you know not to touch them. Okay, so just come across the road to the park where I like to put the little crown snakes that we get, because they're communal, so I try and keep them in one spot so they can find each other and still have a colony. So I just put the snake in my pocket, because if I walk over with my snake bag, people freak out. Yeah, people freak out, oh, he's putting a snake over there, but look, this thing's not going to hurt anybody at all. It's not going to hurt anyone. Okay, so, and they're important to have around. They're doing their part for the ecosystem. So we've got this nice creek down here, and we've got lots of rocks that lizards live in, so it's got water, it's got plenty of hiding spots and plenty of food. Nice little spot for him here. Hello, mate. Oh, hello. He's coming back to say hello. He's saying thank you for teaching people that I'm not mean. Yes, you're not mean, mate. You just misunderstood. Okay, so if anyone sees this and freaks out that I've put a snake over here, well, there are actually brown snakes and stuff in here. And how many people die here? None. Kids playing here every day and no one dies. So this little guy is not going to hurt anybody, but he will hopefully meet up and be able to breed with the other crownies that we put in here, because I don't like separating communal snakes, so I tend to have spots where I'll put communal snakes where I know that there'll be more around. So, and in turn that actually keeps us alive. If you like breathing oxygen, you like snakes. You just don't realise that. But that's exactly how it works. Anyway, I think I got away with it without being busted. I'll skedaddle back home now.